Hey guys, it's Shaggy68 from Cold September, bringing you a how-to video based off of some questions that I've had inside of our clan from our Cold Sep clan on how to scout the difference between outside hogs and outside loons. Now, the purpose of that is to give you the additional troops you need to pick off the surrounding defenses, no matter which one it is, on a basic attack style. So one of the things that we all learn when we're getting into this game right off the bat is how to do go wee wee or go wide or something of that form, a ground and pound style attack. And initially you're going to learn 2 stars. That's just the way that it is. The question is, what does it take to become a 3-star attack, and why is it so unreliable? So what we've done is, in our clan, we've found a way to scout and turn that into a 3-star attack, even though it's the base, it's the very buy-in to a war attack that one can do. That small manipulation to it that can turn it from 2 stars to 3. So King H has been with us since, I don't know, almost the very beginning of Cold September. He's one of the oldest members within the clan. He's a co-leader and a phenomenal attacker. Super thankful to have him around and to have the opportunity to clash with him. And so what he's done is he took this base and picked it apart, discussed it with the team, and the first thing he identified is that you have 4 air defenses all in one spot, right in the core of the base. Basically what that does, it leaves surrounding areas around the outside where sure Teslas and basic defenses could be, but they're all vulnerable in some form or another if they start shooting towards the core. He also noticed that right here you have a hole in the base. Normally a hole in the base equals traps or Teslas. So he's going to use a junk troop to pick that off. The purpose behind those loons versus hogs in this particular case is because what you have is areas here, this whole section, and here that you would not want hogs to cross. The purpose being is that if you have a support troop, no matter what it is, you do not want it to have to take a spell out of your repertoire unless you're going to give it a little more dominance, or you're going to put a lot more into it, invest into it to make the raid happen. So you wouldn't want to drop hogs because they're going to hit here. And if these defenses turn and you've hit a double big bomb or a big bomb here, you have pretty well killed the hogs before they get more than one defense down. So he basically said loons are the way to go. I can drop out this entire section. I can eliminate whatever traps this is right off the bat. And then I can pick up any ground traps coming in with my golems. I can set a proper wizard funnel from here to here with a wall. Drop my witches and royals coming straight in. Execute a jump here before everything gets pathed off to the side and runs the ring. He will drop a heal spell here just to allow him enough time for these troops to come out and start attacking, and then he'll rage that just the same in that same spot. Once he makes the inside, you're going to see him drop this air defense, which makes everything on the externals in the northeast and northwest vulnerable. But you want to wait, save those loons or hogs, depending on which one it is, for a little later in the raid, depending on what their purpose is. So once he drops this one, you immediately open everything here to loons, even though he's not going to utilize them, because you already have wizards and witches and your AQ up there. So that one he's going to let fall and continue on pushing to the second and the third air defense. Each one of those are going to have a span somewhere right in here. Basically what that does is it allows anything in those sectors to be picked off as soon as they start focusing in the middle, and then he'll eventually make it to the fourth. Once he makes it to the fourth, they're going to start busting through a wall right here. All of these defenses are going to key in on your tanks, which are your golems in this case. And once everything's pathed in, everything's paying attention to what's going on the inside, it creates a vulnerability. These things have no backside defense. So if you've got a Tesla here and it's shooting inside, you've got an Archer Tower here and it's shooting inside, and these are already going inside, you basically can just pick them off with no harm or damage done. And then once you free them up, your golem's going to go ahead and continue walking the path to the rest of these defenses. It's going to keep them ahead of your damage per second troops, DPS troops, and allow you to pretty much clear a whole compartment or quadrant within the base. So let's let it play through. I'll talk about it a little bit as it's happening, and hopefully it'll make a little bit of sense to you of why we use backside loons or backside hogs depending upon the base. Alright, so he drops a trash troop. Right off the bat, it was a double bomb set. So now knowing that, we could actually come back and hog this base if it wasn't successful. Drops the witches once the funnel started, and everything's going to path towards the core. Coming in, proper early jump spell. He actually opens this compartment, and this one, if need be, with that jump. He heals properly, and a rage spell. That way he's got as much firepower going towards the core as possible. The queen jumped because she was right next to the wall. They'll always do that. Second air defense down, third air defense down, and that doesn't leave us a whole lot. So Tesla popped up here. That's no big deal because the queen's going to double back. Now let's take a look right here. You have this shooting interior, and as soon as the walls broke, this is going to follow. I believe that this one's already shooting in, this one's about to be. If you have nothing shooting out here, or nothing freestanding, then you're open right off the bat. Now, as he's going through this base, he's counting Teslas. There's one here, this one's beginning to pop, he's still missing two. So he knows something's up, he doesn't know where they are, and he's already covered this entire quadrant. So, with that being said, he holds a little bit longer. Pick off loons in the southeast, 2 per tower. As long as everything else is shooting inside. If there's a tower behind a tower, it would have been 3. 2 Teslas pop, and now he knows that he's clear. Queen's going around the outside for cleanup. He drops 1, 2, 1, 2. Everything's still shooting the inside except for this guy right here. Still firing towards the core. He's able to take off each of these defenses. He took out right here additional defenses. Pulls the last cannon, and then these pass back because everything again is shooting the tanks. He has DPS troops working around the outside in multiple sections to be able to clean up and keep it within the time frames allowed. Those ground skellies didn't hurt him one bit. And then you have one troop or one defense left that's only shooting ground. Pick off archers, 5 wall breakers to spare in case something was to have gotten stuck in the north or his jump failed, and the raid is over. So basically the idea behind this attack is to ensure that you pull a 3-star attack instead of 2. So hopefully that's helpful, and if you guys have questions, feel free to ask them in the comments. Thanks.